Just that's a setup clip for
Yes.
that's a setup for what we know now. That was back in 2020, 2021, and now it's changed a little bit. This is I believe Dr. McCullough.
I'm going to be very clear about this, and I've recently just testified.
Dr. McCullough. Yeah. Okay. So look into him. You can follow him on X. He's very educated.
In the U.S. Senate, December 7th, 2022, the vaccine is killing people and is killing large numbers of people. It fulfills all the criteria for the Bradford Hill tenets of causality for a medicinal product causing death. Our CDC, as of December 23rd, 2022, has over 16,000 Americans that have died within a few days of taking the vaccine. And that's probably a gross underreport.
Yep. There was I was recently at a conference in Romania on the COVID crisis. And so there was a lot of work trying to unpack what we actually understand. And I saw a credible estimate of something like 17 million deaths globally from this technology. So
17 million deaths from the COVID vax?
Well, when you scale up to billions, it's not hard to reach a number like that with a technology this dangerous.
Damn.
And they're saying 17 million deaths, but here in the U.S., you may say, well, we're not hearing those type of numbers here. Right. And there is a reason why we're not hearing those type of numbers here. And this nurse is testifying and goes on to explain why we're not hearing those. I'd love for our nurse audience, if you're out there, to let us know what you've heard.
I came before you guys a year ago. I'm a nurse, or at least I was, at Rady Children's in the cardiovascular intensive care unit until Nathan and his misinformation pandemic caused me to lose my job. I took care of those children who came in with myocarditis after the vaccine. And I talked to the doctors because I was a charge nurse, saying, why aren't we reporting these to VAERS? Who is going to report these to VAERS? It was an unspoken thing that we were not allowed to talk about openly on the unit. I've worked for 13 years in this community, taking care of some of the sickest patients. The day before I was taken away from my position, I was actively giving compressions to a child, pushing epi, pushing calcium.
All right, take a pause. This was the type of people that lost their jobs because they wouldn't get vaccinated.
And they would ask questions.
They were heroes 6 months prior to this. Heroes. People would go out and howl at the moon at
Bang
8
on
o'clock.
pots, do all that. Yeah.
She was a hero. And then all of a sudden, the day after she's just saved another kid's life, she's robbed of her career.
Into his veins to keep him alive. And we did. And he went home. And yet, I was ridiculed by those who were supposed to be my colleagues and my friends. I am the face of your misinformation campaign, Nathan. I am the one who lost my career in pediatric cardiovascular ICU care. I took care of children who had COVID. I never got COVID in the hospital. I tested twice a week. I wore my PPE because I loved my job. And I love this community.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's hard not to go in there with a weapon and just blow their heads off. I know that's harsh and
no.
that's
It
but
is.
son of a gun, man. Like, but you're right. From heroes to villains, you know.